What is up, guys? Scott Tannic one back again. Yeah, I'm gonna try this whole being consistent and actually fucking put some content out there for you guys. As you can see in the title, it's kind of another. I can't really call this a deep dive because the band doesn't have much material. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Green Jellÿ in this video. Feel free to fucking turn this video off at any time. They are the self-proclaimed worst band in the world. It's not even a guilty pleasure for me. I love the band. But yeah, man. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but if you can, rocking a little Coven, Cult des Ghouls. Amazing fucking Polish black metal, man. Came out on Hells. Huge concept record. Fucking amazing stuff. But yeah, man, let's talk about Green Jellÿ. Thing is with this band is, like, this band was never really meant to be a serious band. Meant to be just a video-only band, because it seems like old boy Bill Manspeaker, who is the main and constant force behind Green Jellÿ, it's like, you can go here on YouTube and see a lot of interviews with him talking about the earlier days of the band and how he drove down from Buffalo and car fucking broke down like right outside of LA. He drove from Buffalo to LA just to try his hand at musicianship. And yeah, man, got just on a whim signed by Zoo Records, which was a sister label or a subsidiary label of BMG. And yeah, man, they released a EP, I'm gonna guess, called Double Live Budokan, at Miss Piggy Double Live Budokan or some fucking weird ass shit. Mainly some of the stuff that's on it is also on Serial Killer soundtrack. And then, of course, they were meant to be a video-only band, so Green Jellÿ released Serial Killer as a video. Was doing so well. Someone called in, I believe, into a radio station in Seattle and requested Three Little Pigs. And it just took off from there. And Zoo Records, BMG's like, you guys need to just, put this on a CD. Because it was very limited, the amount of copies of the video, I'm thinking, for Serial Killer. And, not everyone can, drive around with because, this was back in the days of VHS, man. So, are you seriously going to drive around with a fucking TV and fucking VCR in your car to listen to this Green Jellÿ shit? But then they released this. Talked about this in my pairing video. Serial Killer soundtrack. This is a fucking amazing shit. Not a lot of people know this, or probably would even care, but Maynard and Danny Carey from Tool both are on this album. Believe it or not, according to Bill Manspeaker, which I don't really think the dude has any reason to lie about his past at all, because he's just a fucking crazy-ass crackpot dude. That didn't make sense. That makes like he would lie. I don't think he's lying. But anyway, he was actual roommates with Maynard and Danny during the beginning of Green Jellÿ and definitely at the beginning of Tool's career. According to Bill Manspeaker, I don't know how true this is, but according to Bill Manspeaker, he's one that pretty much got Green Jellÿ signed. Not Green Jellÿ. Got Tool signed because he had them play the CD release party or a release party for some Serial Killer stuff, and they just went ahead and signed them too, supposedly. Now, that's just according to Bill Manspeaker. That's not 100% true. It may be, it may not be, but it's a good story. Anyway, back to fucking the Serial Killer soundtrack. This is classic. I don't care what anyone says. There's some great tracks on here. One of my favorites on here is not even Three Little Pigs. It's a song called Electric Harley House of Love. It's just like a total punch in the nose to everything, like, because like the glam scene was dying off like in full downward spiral, going down in flames when this album came out, and it was definitely a big fucking middle finger to that scene as it was going down in flames. It rips off the Sandman riff, not on this CD or any digital version of it now, but if you check it out here on YouTube, the original video for Electric Harley House of Love, during the solo, you could straight up hear that fucking the Sandman riff, that the Sandman riff, man. So yeah, totally rips it off in Electric Harley House of Love. And then in the next fucking verse, like I said in my pairing video, but I'll actually quote the lyrics. He's like, so you think we ripped it off? Yeah, I guess we did. Now bend over and cough. It's fucking awesome, man. I love this album. Fucking The Misadventures of Shit, man. Obey the Cow God is fucking amazing. Three Little Pigs is a good song. It got overplayed like a motherfucker, so it's like the Enter Sandman of this album. I skip it a lot because I've heard that song too much. But the Green Jello theme, I think I'm gonna use that as the title for this video. The Green Jello theme, man. Fucking Green Jellÿ sucks. Perfect fucking intro song. It should have been on the beginning of the album. They put it on the end of the album for some stupid ass reason. But yeah, man. Anarchy in the UK, or their version, which is pretty much Anarchy in Bad Rock. Crazy Sex Pistols fucking cover, but doing it in the fucking styling of the Flintstones. Lyrical styling anyway, like talking about the Flintstones. But yeah, man, this one's a classic. If you get any of this stuff, which I doubt anyone watching this is going to be like, dude, why the fuck are you talking about Green Jello? And I'll tell you why I'm actually talking about Green Jello and why I've been listening to him so much lately is kind of getting in on a personal thing here, which I don't really like to get too personal in these videos, but my dad died recently, and Green Jello was a band me and him would listen to together. We'd be like driving around and in his beater up ass fucking old red looking rape van that he used to have. My dad was a roofer, so we didn't have a lot of money, and yeah, man, we're just driving around. He'd be taking me somewhere, like, making sure I'm going to school. He would fucking take me to buddies' houses and shit. And, he'd fucking listen to music with me. And this is one that he really, really liked, man. He loved the Three Little Pigs song. And he loved fucking Electric Harley House of Love. And he really, really fucking liked the fucking, the song Obey the Cow God. He would just crack up about the Cow God and the Misadventures of Shit, man. So yeah, that's why I've been listening to this stuff so much lately, to kind of just like, it's been part of my grieving process. But yeah, let's move along, man. Enough of that fucking shit. Sorry about that, but I felt I kind of had to share why I'm actually fucking doing this video. We got the follow-up, 333. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. 333 is got good tracks on it, but you could tell, the reason this album is pretty much the reason why Green Jello just kind of dropped off the grid after this and didn't come back till many, many years later. Best songs on here. I mean, they were on the video game soundtrack to the game Maximum Carnage. Any child of the 90s should know that game. That game is fucking amazing. Side-scroller beat 'em up in the fucking Spider-Man universe. You play Spider-Man and Venom fighting Carnage and his group of cronies. You had Morbius, Hobgoblin, Doppelganger. Fucking awesome. The song Carnage Rules is fucking amazing. I used to fucking, dude, because I had Serial Killer back in the day, man, and this came out and I could never find it anywhere. And man, I like obsessed over getting this album, and just never ended up getting it until like very, very recently. And like, you know, I heard some of the stuff on it, but man, this is very, very much inferior to what was going on Serial Killer. There's some good stuff on here. Like I said, Carnage Rules is the main banger of a track on here. But then again, you have like Pinata Head, which is really good. Pinata Head's funny. Orange Crunch, that one's really funny. What's that other one I like on here? The Bear song that was on the soundtrack to the Dumb and Dumber movie. What else? Super Elastic's really good. And that's about... Oh, Fight. Fight's really good, too. My two favorite tracks on this was definitely Carnage Rules and Fight. Both of those songs are great. This album is okay. I wouldn't spend a lot to get this. I didn't spend a lot to get this. I got this secondhand from some rando dude on eBay, so... Taking that album cover, though, man. I love how they do, like, a comic book thing with all their album covers, like, you know, Serial Killers in issue 1. You got issue 2 here with 333. Awesome shit, man. It's good. It's not my favorite in the Green Jellÿ catalog by any means. It's not Serial Killer, but it's good. And then, like, a huge break comes, man. Band just falls apart. Zoo Records becomes no more. And, yeah, man, just like Bill and Green Jellÿ just completely dropped off the grid for many years. Now, this material was recorded like right after 333, but didn't see the light of day till like very, very recently. I'm thinking like late 2000s. But yeah, man, music to insult your intelligence by. This is a really good kind of continuation of what was going on with Serial Killer, but it's just not... It's not as tight as Serial Killer. Great stuff on it, though, man. There's a lot of, like, from here on, Bill likes to really fucking make fun of Manson. And he loves to rip off, like, his fucking Beautiful People, simplistic as fuck riff, and just make it into stupid as hell songs, which is fucking hilarious, man. Like the one that he does on here that sounds like it could have been plucked straight off Antichrist Superstar is a song called Gefilte Fish. And the song Gefilte Fish, man, it's exactly what's in the title, dude. It's about a Jewish guy. You know, we talk about going to Hebrew school, all that shit. And yeah, about gefilte fish, man, about how everyone hates to eat gefilte fish, except for like the old grandmas and shit. Like he's talking about like his mom greets him to the house by saying what's to eat, and he's like gefilte fish. I mean, dude, it's fucking hilarious. It's so fun. This album is fun. All this stuff is fun to listen to. It's impossible to like go in to listen to Green Jellÿ and just like not smile at least 5-6 times, right? Or just crack up like a motherfucker listening to some of the dumb shit that they're talking about. Fucking what else we got on here that's really good? Fucking Sugar and Spice, fucking Rooster Jowls. Fucking, I mean, all these songs are like really, really, really self-explanatory, especially with the subject matter. And like I was saying earlier, and I said it also in my pairing video, at one time Bill Manspeaker had like 700 plus musicians that he was working with doing live sets of Green Jellÿ, and who knows who the fuck he had recording this shit. But yeah, man, Nothing to Say, Magic Ed, Trick or Treat's a really good one. This is probably right there with 333 as far as just kind of, it's got good tracks, but there's a lot of filler. Like with 333, there's a lot of filler on 333. And this one's really no exception. But man, the song Gefilte Fish, Gefilte Fish is worth the fucking price of admission. I mean, if you listen to that track and not crack the fuck up, I mean, there's something wrong with you. Got all the crazy characters, of course. Don't even know what the fuck that album art's supposed to be, but right on. Music to Insult Your Intelligence by, I believe this came out like 2010, 2009. That's when this came out, but it was recorded, like I said previously, in like 95, 96. Yeah, man. Music to Insult Your Intelligence by. Check it out if you haven't. It's decent. And then this year, Bill Manspeaker releases a new album. And it's probably my second favorite thing he's done. Up until Serial Killer is going to be his best shit, in my opinion. It's going to be... There's nothing he's ever going to do is going to be better than Serial Killer. But Garbage Band Kids comes really fucking close. It just misses by like that much. And I'll tell you why once we get into the track listing on here, which... The track listing is fucking amazing how they got it set up. It's a take on the Garbage Pail Kids. If you are a child of the 80s, you will know the Garbage Pail Kids. Every track has its own Garbage Band Kid fucking art. And this is the most clever CD layout I've ever seen. And goofy as fuck at the same time. Put your little pinky in here. And yeah, you got Bill Manspeaker's Winky as your pinky. How fucking stupid is that, right? You got that with like a total rip-off of Sgt. Pepper going on. Great tracks on here, man. Puke Box is one of my favorites on here. It's like a whole thing with Bill talking about being like the best at filthy parody, and he like calls out Weird Al Yankovic to a parody smackdown. And listen to the track, you'll know what I'm saying. Like, you know, their version of Weird Al. Got songs like Hey Hey Hey, fucking Beat My Meat's a fucking amazing track. It's basically a butcher and a lot of sexual innuendo about fucking meat products and male genitalia. The punk rock Pope, man. He's either fucking ripping on Manson again, or I'm actually kind of thinking he's ripping on Ghost. Fucking Fuck It. Fuck It's an amazing song. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I mean, you gotta just look at this fucking... Dude, this is like the most clever fucking way to do your track listing, in my opinion. Now, the one detriment to this album, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now, is he re-records the Three Little Pigs with the guys, the actors from the fucking, I think it's like Trailer Park Boys television show that I've never seen and don't care to fucking see. I think that was completely unnecessary. I know it's dipping into the nostalgia thing that everyone loves to do, but a little unnecessary, Bill. We didn't need another version of Three Little Pigs. He does put another ending at the end of it instead of like, how's it go at the end of fucking on Serial Killers? Like, men with no talent can easily amuse idiots with a stupid puppet show. In the redone version of it, he says, still 30 years later, men with no talent can easily amuse idiots with a stupid puppet show and a stupid song. But yeah, man, this is actually in the running for some of the best shit in 2021, in my opinion. I love this fucking album. This is, like I said, my second favorite next to Serial Killer. And yeah, man, Garbage Band Kids. This is a fucking amazing album. I make no apologies for loving this band. If you don't get it, that's fine. Not everyone, this is not everyone's cup of tea, man. But yeah, man. And that's it. That's all that Green Jell-O has to offer. And it's not a bad catalog whatsoever. All of that stuff you can find ridiculously dirt cheap. Except for maybe Garbage Pan Kids. It came out like a month ago. Sorry, I gotta take a drink here, but fucking Slayer! But anyway. Yeah, man. That came out like last month, so it's probably still like full, normal, new CD price. But everything else you can get for relatively dirt cheap. The only one I had any trouble finding, believe it or not, was fucking 333, man. And that one's like, I think they pressed it one time. There's like a remaster out there. I know it's on Apple Music. They got a remaster, but I haven't like seen one in the wild or seen one on the internet or anything. But all reasonably priced stuff, all stuff that I believe is worth anyone's time, especially if you just want something that's just will put a smile on your face that you don't have to think about, that doesn't have any political agenda, that it's not, telling you how to live here or hating the world with this or, my normal stuff that I fucking listen to anyway. But yeah, man. That being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this little semi-deep dive into the stupidity that is Green Jell-O. And maybe you'll actually go back and listen to the catalog with a little more of a subjective ear and be like, man, it's not a bad band, actually. Let me know down in the comments, guys. What do you think of this band? What do you think of these albums? Am I a fucking idiot for listening to this shit? If you think so, oh well, I don't care. I love this band. And yeah, man, gonna go ahead and sign off on this one. Good to be back doing videos. I'll definitely try to keep the content flowing, guys. And until next time, take it easy, metal brethren, and later on.